Hello, hello. Welcome to the channel. My name's Nobby. Thank you for tuning in to episode 53 of our Path of Exile Affliction League beginners playthrough. I've just had to take a bit of a recap as to where we're up to. It's the 26th of Jan as I'm recording this. I know this one will go up on Sunday, the 28th. So I've literally had a week off. So I've just had to sort of remind myself where we were at the end of the last episode. Because, and I'll tell you why, we had a bit of sad news this week. Our old bird cat, we have 6 cats, 3 rescues, 3 Maine Coons. Rachel and her sister go to cat shows. I've talked about it before. And you'll have heard before our speaker box telling us a reminder at 7 PM every night to jab the diabetic cat. Well, she's roughly about 15. She was 1, they think, when we got her from the rescue. She's had 14 good years with us. Unfortunately, on Monday, we had to have her put to sleep. So that was a bit of a sad time. So it's been a bit of a meh week this week. But we're back. So I am recording. That's why, as well, I like when I can batch record, because we work full time. When I can batch record, I like to get at least 3 to 5 days ahead, because you just never know what's going to happen, do you? And obviously, I was just not in the mood the rest of this week to start recording videos. We're good now, though. We had a good meal out last night. We went and blew some cobwebs off and raised a glass and all that palaver. So I've got some comments to read. I appreciate we're a small channel. You guys take the time to comment, so I am absolutely going to give you a quick shout out before we get into the game. Canadian Frog and Greg Hodges, thank you for your support, guys. Really appreciate you and seeing that you are still with the series and enjoying it, so thank you. Turtles Can Fly, you're fairly familiar with the campaign, but you've been popping in and out, and I appreciate you've been commenting in and out as well. But you're now gonna start watching every episode to get used to maps. Full disclosure, as I said in the previous video, I don't have a lot of experience with maps. We'll go through it. We'll all learn a little bit. You can probably give me some tips. I'll give you what I know. And together we'll work through it. This is the sort of game that I can quite happily, apart from recording a series, I can quite happily just jump in and out of. I can miss a season. Doesn't bother me. I'll jump back in the next league and go again. So it's one of those games, because it's free to play as well, doesn't matter, does it? It's not like you subscribe to it, whereas before, I've been heavy into MMOs, World of Warcraft, Final Fantasy 14. A, you've got a subscription live, so you're paying monthly for it. And B, they're a flipping time sink. So, you know, working full-time, trying to do that, and then maybe put some videos out, they're probably not the best games to try and keep up to date with. And to be fair, Dragonflight was getting a bit meh anyway. In fact, it's been meh from the start, I think, personally. So I'm no longer subscribed to Warcraft at the minute. Yes, I have bought the new expansion when that's due out. We'll have a look at some point, but I don't expect things, especially with all the news that's been kicking off this weekend as well. Who else have I got? Sandy Nusk, a new member. Welcome in, my friend. Great video. Thank you for the feedback, Sandy. Welcome in. So thank you guys for taking the time to put the comments on the videos. It does massively help the channel. All you guys that are whacking thumbs up on them and things, it does help. Right, that's it. I got that down to 3.5 minutes. That was pretty good, wasn't it? Usually I'm still waffling at the 7-minute mark. Okay, so I've had to do a quick recap on myself. We did get, at the end of the last episode, boots with plus 71 life, no resistances. A belt with plus 37 and plus 81, so that's 118 life. Again, no resistances. This is the issue. I would love to put these in place of these. Now, these boots have got strength and dex. If I take them off, I am losing dex. So that might be an issue. That background went red. The belt we could play with. That's the one that's really big. I can maybe try and put fire and lightning on that, but I'm not going to get 35, 28. I'll be lucky if I can get 20 of each. Let's have a look, shall we? Fire and lightning, yeah. 17 to 20, and it'll cost me 3 chaos. I'd be losing, potentially, 18 and 11. Fire and lightning, 18 and 11. And if we look at defences, 18 fire. Just about. Yeah, we can sort of afford to. Now, that has got 54 life. So I would only be gaining for this 27. I mean, 27 is 27, plus all the multipliers as well. We're at 3-3 now, and we are working on this life tree, because I do want to get this up. I was obviously aware during the tier 1 maps we were still below 3,000 life, and that's not where we want to be. We want to be getting up now, pushing towards 3,500, 4,000. So that is an option. That is an option. The boots cause me an issue with decks, and they've got no... See, they've only got 30 life, so it is 41 extra life. I'd have to resocket, recolor, and get my red, green set up in there. And again, I can only put 2. Now, I'm only missing lightning resistance on those, though, so I could craft lightning resistance, and I bet I can craft a good chunk of it. Yeah, I can do 29 to 35, and we're losing 30. But the issue is the dex. Now, the one thing that is causing the dex is blood rage. So I could choose not to use it until I get 142 dex, and I wouldn't be far off it, to be fair, and just put it back in when I've got it. I could choose to buy a level 1 blood rage from Lily and start leveling all over again. Or we could maybe just rush the passive tree, because we do still have to refund some of these points here, and just take the next dex node up, whichever one it might be. I think it's possibly that one, because we're going to go for accuracy and resistance as well as this life. And I could use the refunded points to do that. That would give us 10 dex as well, and that would probably be enough. So I have got options there with the boots, but then I need to resocket, recolor, and make sure I get 3 link, red, green. For the 41 life, yeah, 41 life, keeping the same movement speed, I do think that's worth 39 lightning resist. We can put up to 35 on it, 29 to 35. Let's craft that. Okay, we got 32. So we're only losing 7. We can afford to lose 7. Now let's go and see if we can resocket it. This is the issue now. This is the conundrum that you'll get, is do I, don't I? Shall I waste a bit of currency trying to do it? Shall I not? We've got 79 of these. It will cost me 20 to upgrade the quality. Right, well, let's do it. Why not? But that will give us a better chance of getting 4 socket, 3 link, whatever we need. So, right, 3 socket, right colours. Can we link them? Can we? There we go. Right, okay. That was relatively easy, wasn't it? Now we can put these on, so we're not losing our cast when damage taken, molten shell, poacher's mark set up. But we're low on dex. We are short by 1. I need 142. We are short by 1. Actually, we've lost a load of cold as well. Where have we lost cold from? Oh. It's just because the stats on that are being ignored at the minute. I need to get 1 dex. Great. Okay, right. Let's do a refund, shall we? Let's refund those 2. Apply. Where was that dex we needed to go for? That one. Let's apply that, and let's put the other one in life. Apply. So I'm sort of working on taking these away, getting these. I want this life. I want this spell suppression, and then I want to go up here for this accuracy and resistances. Then we'll get the Val Pact. Then we'll get the precise technique. And then we'll figure out where we're going after that. I hope that makes sense. Right, okay. That's what we'll do. So I've just used a couple of refund points. I've taken these away, which I could do, because I've still got a complete path this way. I don't need to backtrack all the way from the end of the line. So I've done that little bit. And we've replaced them. 1 in there to give us the dex that we needed, and 1 in there to give us a bit more life. So we're up to nearly 3,500 now. And now, the gloves are good. We can use those. We've got no red background, so they're happy. And our defences are just about 95, 78, 78. So I can lose cold, 20%. That's all I can lose. And this belt typically is fire and lightning, so I can't do anything with the belt. So I think for now, that belt's going by the wayside. If it had those life rolls and double resistances, that would have been the kind of belt you're looking for. At this stage, I think we're just going to sell that and say I can't get the extra 30 life off that. But we've done all right there with the boots. I'm happy with those. Okay, right, next, maps. Where were we? We had just done a rare Forking River map that we got dropped, didn't we? So we did it as rare because we still get the bonus because it's higher than magic. And it wasn't too bad. We survived. We didn't die. So I have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 maps that we could potentially do at tier 2. Now, you notice these ones with the little icon above them. Your Pantheon. During your Pantheon skills, you will have seen extra buffs available. So for the Brine King here, we can capture the Blood Progenitor, we can capture Merveil, we can capture Nassar. Now these, when you hover over them in the Atlas, will tell you who is in there. So kill the boss of Magic or higher versions, and if you use this Infested Valley map with a Divine Vessel, I think it's called. It is called a Divine Vessel, unless they've changed it. You can, when you kill the boss of this zone, you will capture their soul. And if you're using the Rislatha tree, Rislatha, where is she? It's probably the one I haven't got. Yep, because that's Arakali. It is that one. Or that one, possibly. I'm missing 2, aren't I? If you were using Rislatha as your build, and it was saying to you to get the bonuses, then that would give you the next level that you could see there. You know, capture the Blood Progenitor. There's another one there. Who's that? Drek, the Apex Hunter, can be captured for the soul of Ralakesh. Are we using Ralakesh? I'm sure we've done Ralakesh. We have. There you go. Capture Drek, Apex Hunter. So if we use Divine Vessel on the Fields map tier 2, Magic or above, we'd get the bonus, and kill the boss, we'd get Drek's Spirit, and then that would buff the soul of Ralakesh Pantheon to be the next level up. Corrupted blood cannot be inflicted if you've at least 5 corrupted blood debuffs on you. There you go. Ooh, that was an explanation, wasn't it? Right, so we need any tier 2 map that is not the Forking River. Be careful how I say that as well, eh? Right, Crimson Township then. You can see which one we've done. It's got the little highlight under it if you've got the map tab. We will go for Crimson Township. Tier 2 white map. It does need to be blue. So let's turn it blue. Patches of burning ground. Monsters have 25% chance to impale. So there's no reflex. I'm happy to just run that as it is. It's magic, so we're going to get the bonus for the Atlas passive tree. We are good to go, I reckon. Let's get in and do one, shall we? Otherwise, we'll be here all night and you'll not get any action. You'll notice as well, because I've been away, some of these have ticked up. I've now got 2 Einars. I've got 3 Alvas. I've got 1 Nico back. I've got 2 Syndicates. And I have got 3 Kirak missions. Now, because we've run a tier 2 map, his missions, if I go and speak to Kirak quickly, his missions are now tier 3. They're still rare, and they'll still count towards Atlas bonus. But he will now give me tier 3 missions because we have completed a tier 2 map. Right, let's go. Activate as you are. Get our 6 chances. Let's jump into the first one. Let's see if we can die. I will be very rusty, guys. I've literally not been on the computer for a week. Almost. Last Sunday, I think. Right. Let's go. Okay, we're still killing quite well. Let's get out of that. Bismuth Flask we'll take. We're always worth a look. Nothing else in there, was there? There we go. Let's clear this little bit first. Yeah, we're doing all right in these, I think. should be a little bit better now we've popped some more life on as well. What other mechanics are we going to get in this map, I wonder? Right, there's nothing there. Now, don't forget, guys, we no longer have to do the slash remaining. You press tab to open up the main map. It will tell you in this top corner here. A monster level is 69, giggity. We are 77. All right, so that's doing okay. Looks like there's only one way to go. And what we're looking for here, ideally, are more tier 2 map drops, really. Would be nice. Oop, let's get out of them. Pick up all the yellows at the minute. There we go. Those cages always have more life than you expect. They take a wee while to go down, they do. Anything down here? Possibly. Still more than 50. That is definitely a dead end. Okie doke. That's just a hybrid flask. I don't bother with those. Again, hybrid flasks does depend on the build you're running, really. Anything here? Couple of level ups will do. Okay, which way am I supposed to go? This way, I think. More rogue markers. I've got loads of them now, by the way. Absolutely loads. Right, is that it? 14 remain. Yeah, that was a fairly short one, wasn't it? And that was nice and quick. Right. Tier 1 pier map we shall take. Let's take the bits. If I can, I can't. They are achromatic, though, so let's ditch something we're definitely not going to use. We'll take that. They can go under there. Can I get something else in? I'm sure I can. There you go. That'll do. That'll do. Something was taking my life then, wasn't it? Right. Well, that was fairly straightforward, that one. Right click, right click. There we go. Okay. So, Atlas passive skill. We are heading... Do we want to nullify anything? Blight, we've not seen yet. Ultimatum, I quite like. Delirium is alright. Rogue markers, contracts and blueprints can't... You see, I don't mind the heist either. I can do that off camera, the heist. Ritual altars. Do we want to do rituals? Rituals are fairly easy as well. What have we got here? Essences. No. Einhar. Betrayal. Do we want more syndicates? More syndicates means more crafting recipes, so they're not usually bad. Strong boxers. Do I want to nullify, or do I just want to push up? Abyss I quite like. We'll have some Abyss, because they don't take you away from the map. Harbingers, you've not seen those yet, but again, they don't take you away from the map. Shrines, oh my god. Your maps have extra chance of smugglers' caches. Randomly encounter masters. Have a 100% increased chance to be Nico. Very nice. We like Nico. So it's entirely up to you what you enjoy and what you'd like to have more of. More incursions. I don't really want more incursions. I don't really like them. Einhar I don't mind. I don't mind using the Blood Altar every now and again. I think we'll just keep pathing up. We'll take this Abyss one. This Abyss one will be quite nice. Also a chance you get a decent belt with a dual socket, so they're worth doing. So what we at now, 6% chance for one monster to drop additional connected maps. 4% chance additional Nico missions, and Voltaxic Sulfite veins in your maps will contain 6% increased Sulfite. Lovely. Right, that'll do. Let's do a quick ID and sell. Anything at all worth looking at. Those gloves. Typical. Oh dear. Okay. Lightning resistance, and I'm losing cold and fire. That's sod's law, that. Of all the three it could be, it's the one that you don't want, you know. 65 max life compared to 28. 371 armor compared to 318. We'd be losing some accuracy. We'd lose life gain per enemy killed. 20 fire and cold. I can afford to lose 20 fire. I can't afford to lose 20 cold. We'd have to try and recolour that. And I'd definitely have to try and get 2 greens. I don't think so at this stage, you know. I think that's a no at this stage. Too much to try and do. The axe, no, rubbish. Rubbish, rubbish. Not for us, not for us. Not really for us. No resistances, no life anyway. The ring. Nice fire resist. What's that? 49 max life. The bottom ring would lose Dex and Int. We probably can't afford to. Well, actually, we'd only lose Dex, which we've just sorted out. So that doesn't help. The top ring, again, would be losing Dex. The life is nice. Maximum mana is a bonus. The 36 fire resist would be a bonus. We may have to craft cold on it if we were to replace the bottom ring. Decisions, because that would mean, again, we're back to low Dex. Now, I don't have to mess about with sockets. That's the good news. And again, I could just get a level 1 Blood Rage. That wouldn't be an issue either. Do we see? What would we need? Cold resist. I can do it. We can do that. It doesn't really make a great difference, does it, to be fair, on the life? Interesting, that. I thought it would make a bit more of a difference on there, but it doesn't. Now we're losing a little bit of fizz damage. Defenses would be okay, because that'll give us the cold. Decisions. I don't think I will, you know. I think I'll keep with life regen. For what it was worth to swap that out, the number change on max life, 3458 to 3465. It's like 7. I may regret that.
Hello.
And you guys will probably point it out as well. when I take more than 7 points of damage when I'm near death. But I think we'll just cut our losses with that one. Right. Put everything away. Another tier 1 map. That's good. We can do the 3-for-1 trade if we want. But let's run out of tier 2's fields map. Let's do a fields map. Again, turn it blue. What are we on? 25 minutes. Let's run one more. We've had a lot of catching up and chatting this one, so I'll tell you what, let's get one more in, shall we? What have we got on here? Monsters take reduced extra damage from crits. We don't do crits anyway. That's fine. That means nothing to us. Let's go. Straight into the fields. I am sort of desperate now to try and get some upgrades. I'm at that point where I'm just on the limit of everything, I think. Although these tier 2 maps are pretty simple. Hey, Nico! Okay, that was nice. That was 160 sulfite in that chest then. That's interesting. Not for us, but a rapier with just 3 white sockets linked. And also, guys, it's worth mentioning, I did notice on the login screen this weekend, if you are planning on spending any money on the game, if you're getting to the end game and you've really enjoyed your time, this is the one point where you may want to spend some money. They've got the stash tab sale on. If you are buying a couple of tabs, I would highly recommend the currency and a map tab. Right, what is this? A Legion encounter. Alright, we've got to kill. This is a new mechanic, isn't it? We've got to kill as much as we can in these 10 seconds, especially these ones with the added bonus. For extra goodies to be dropped when they disappear. Now survive the rest of them that are left alive. And let's pick up the goodies. Are we there? Nope, there's still a few more. Is that it? Are we done? Okay, we've got a stack of unknown divination cards. Very nice. Splinters. Alright. 100 of them we can carry. That's good. More currency parts, these. Again, that's a nice one. Does not take you away from the zone that you're in. Kill all the static ones within the time, or as many as you can. Whatever's left alive comes at you in the second phase. And pick up your loot. Right, that'll be the arena, but we are just going to clear more of this, I think.
I believe in traveling light.
Okay, that's that section done.
Spirit is spent.
Valorves are good too. We will be needing those soon enough. Another divination card. Alright then, we are down to 29 monsters. That was a fairly quick one. I can't take that flask. Never mind. Let's go for the boss then. There's Drek. He was the guy we could have collected the soul for if we'd have had a divine vessel. Okay, anything here maybe worth a look? Those gloves, potentially. That's a one-handed axe. We're not bothered about that. I'd rather take the gloves. Evasion and a bow. No, then. Right. Well, that was a nice quick one. That literally took 5 minutes, didn't it? Literally. Excellent. You get that sometimes. You'll get a really quick map, and then you'll get a map that has an Abyss, an Einhar, and an Eco, and then something else, and then a Val area. Right, let's sell. Sell all the trash that we're definitely not going to use. Have a look at what's left. I don't need that. Regen 60 life a second. Well, they're pretty good. Chaos and 41% cold resist. Cold resist is huge on them. Absolutely huge. Shame they're not flat armor based, though. Chaos resist is nice to have. You don't have to have it, but it is nice to have. But no. What's this? Eternal Mana Flask. 23% increased charge recovery rate. We don't need that. We've got gaining charges when we're hit, which is good. Hinders enemies is fine. And strength, armor, mana, energy shield. We don't need that belt. Okay. There we go. We did get another Atlas point. So, yeah, let's go and do the Abyss. Why not? Let's have a bonus chance of containing abysses. And let's have a look at the Atlas. So you can see now we have done Fields, we have done the Crimson Township, we have done the Forking River, and we just need to push out a bit more. We could do with the Port map, Laboratory Tier 2, Dunes map Tier 2, Infested Valley map, and the Core map. And then we'll start pushing out to Tier 3s. So we're doing all right. We're not really struggling at the minute. So thank you for watching, folks. Really do appreciate you taking the time to watch these videos. Again, thank you for your support, guys. Means a lot to me. It really does. Especially this week. It's meant a lot. All right. So thank you guys very much. If you are enjoying, please drop a thumbs up on the videos. Again, does massively help people find the channel. If you're new around here, consider subscribing. I'll see you again soon. Take care.